Okay folks, this is my next section I'm working on. This section is the oil receiver, which houses the oil container for the hydraulics. Okay folks, the oil receiver is all built now. Just got to let this dry because you've got some Hydraulic grates. This has got to be painted and weathered and whatever. And this goes onto the back of the truck up by the winch, because this is what runs the hydraulics for the winch. Okay folks, I've gone ahead and put the wheels on the truck now. This is what the truck looks like as a runner. The wheels are quite fragile. Quite tricky to put on to get the tyres lined up around the rims, because the lip of the rim is quite thin. It took me a while to get them lined up. The tyres don't sit on naturally. You will have to use some form of super glue or some form of glue to glue the tyres on, because they're not a tight fit, they're quite loose, so you will have to glue them in. Okay folks, so we're going to talk about the winch section. I started wrapping the cable around the winch. As you can see here, they give you enough cable to run from the winch all the way down to the back of the trailer. So if you wish to display it just starting to tow the tank onto the trailer, you can do it that way. But otherwise, if you want to have the cables tied up out of the way, which I'm going to do, you're going to have to start wrapping it around the winch. So what I was doing was wrapping it around nice and tightly, and then I was hanging a little bit of weight at the bottom, super glue it into place with this zap, and then I'll go over the top with zap kicker, which cures the super glue within seconds. This is how this has come out, really tight. I've got yet to continue to wrap around here. Somewhat like this, keep going all the way around. Once I've got enough, okay, this is the one I did earlier. This is the one that is now setting and curing. Once it's cured, hopefully the cable will be nice and tight. Okay folks, I want to turn your attention to this bit quickly. It's a little winch that goes on the side of the truck. That winch is up the spare tyre, which is on the next page, which is here, which is your spare tyre, which goes onto the winch. This little bracket here is made of Hydraulic. It's shite. It's absolute crap. It is so tiny and it's thin. It broke on me, so I've had to customise my own by getting a little bit of spare Hydraulic, making my own hinge piece. Come on, focus. There you go. And I've had some spare copper wire to you barely see it, and some copper wire. They don't give you no wire, but to me it looks stupid. So I've added some wire, and I'm going to attach that to the back of the wheel, so it's a little bit more better. But these little pieces here are really fragile. Okay folks, so I want to talk about this winch. This is sections all put together now. These are weathered slightly. A couple of hoses have got to go from here round to the centre here. Then there's another grate or grill, one of these grill things that sit on top. This is the oil receiver, and then here that stands up here is the controls, and those hoses sit into the back of the control box. You won't see the lines because the lines are inside the actual box itself, so the lines just like glue onto the back of the box. Okay, this is the next step I'm currently on now, which is going to be the front grille of the truck, which is the radiator, and what looks like the air cleaner section. And this is the control box for the winch. Got to build these 3 sections, and then I'm going to drop them on top of the truck, which is there. So once these are done, I'll show you what they look like. Okay folks, these sections are all built now. There's the control panel with the levers and photo etch door. Here's your radiator. Obviously you don't get no fan, because obviously that comes with the resin engine. That is a blatant rip-off. I wasn't going to buy that. So here's the air filter. This is all ready for paint and to go onto the vehicle. Okay folks, the next section we're working on is this here and here, which is known as the 5th wheel. Is what the trailer locks into, and this is the slide ramp, probably. Yeah, it's called the ramp anyway, which allows the trailer to slide into place. You've got your airline hoses for your trailer, which is the blue and red. I believe they're air line, and then you've got your spare wheel to go on as well. So yeah, we're going to do this now. Okay folks, I've gone ahead and assembled the spare wheel. Pretty simple, 2 halves, just glue them together. The 5th wheel is a little bit more complicated. You've got some levers, and you've got this piece which will allow the 5th wheel to rotate side to side. These pieces go on the side here. You don't glue them into place, but you glue these to the chassis and just slot this in place so the 5th wheel pivots. The ramp that goes in front of the 5th wheel just allows the trailer to slide up. That's all you got to put, is just a support piece in. The flaps at the back of the truck come as one piece, so they're really easy. All I've got to do now is just paint these, and it's ready to go into the truck. Okay folks, this is where we're currently at with the vehicle now. All the winch is on, the oil receiver, the controls for the winch, the radiator, air filter, wheels are on, the 5th wheel, the ramp, the back of the truck, which is the mud guards and stuff, flaps. My next step now would be working on the cab, which goes this section, and the hood or bonnet of the truck, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's coming along nicely.